Hello folks, welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today we will skip the initial comment because I'm a little bit in delay, and we'll start meeting in 45 minutes. So I need to rush a little bit. We are at the moment, you can see what they are doing, right? 20 bitcoins, 20 bitcoins, 20 bitcoins, 20 bitcoins, another 20 bitcoins, just to push, because we have here concentration of sell orders. And in my opinion, that's partly what they absorbed here. They're selling right now here. So my next target here would be the 20,800, or a little bit more up, but retest or at least go to the trend line and then see what's going to happen. Anyway, it looks like we will retrace a little bit and then go more up, it seems. I didn't check anything, so we need to check together. Anyway, initial comment, not today, because what should we talk about? Just one comment. I mean, yes, now ECC is complaining, Coinbase as well. I mean, at least we can say that's consistent. Still waiting for any complaints against Tether. Still waiting for that, so nothing happening. We will see. And Gary Gensler did today one comment. The headline was, "These steps are pro-crypto or pro-innovation." And do you know what? I agree with him. I have mentioned so many times that institutionals, banks, I'm not talking about hedge funds, private equity funds, all these who loves to spend their money, at least when it was cheap, in risky investments. I'm really talking about banks, those where you are trusting your money. Well, some of you. And these guys are demanding since a while more regulation to minimize their risk, because they are not stupid. They know manipulation. They know everything around crypto and what's happening there. And they see that just as an asset, crypto as an opportunity. They don't care if you love Ripple, if you love Dodge, or if you love whatever. They just care if they can make money with that in an environment that's safe, or at least safe enough. Because otherwise, if you are going to lose money because you are triggering a transaction via your bank, and the bank is going to say, yeah, well, sorry, the exchange we are using just got hacked, and it is part of the game. That's crypto. It's unregulated. Like Tether and Paulo said in the interview, who cares? It's unregulated market. We don't need to make any out of it. So that's exactly what ECC is doing. And I have mentioned, that's not the US. Don't think, if the US is going to crack down crypto, we can go to Hong Kong. Forget that. It's an illusion. It's not going to work. Even, I have mentioned so many times, Hong Kong watchdog said it's a global regulatory body. Global. Global means in the US the same rules like in Hong Kong, like in Dubai, like in Singapore, like in Germany. And that's good. That's bullish. But at the same time, bullish also means in the future. It means also it will be bearish in the coming time. Because without any doubts, this market is far away to be regulated. And we still have a lot of toxic actors there. So these toxic actors will disappear or will start to play the rules they need to play. That's the only thing. So it's, we don't need to talk more about that. You know my opinion about that. And in my opinion, it's very good what's happening. And I agree with Gary Gensler. Absolutely. So let us go forward and check what the market could do. So if we check what the weights ratio 30 days moving average and what the weights ratio 31 day time frame is doing, we can see that the weights ratio is pushing up more. We can also see what happened. I mean, while if you check that, they really, let us make, because it makes more easier to understand the weights ratio. That's what the weights ratio should do. Price goes down because the weights ratio is pushing up. That's what it do. Weights ratio goes down, price should go up. Weights ratio goes up, price should go down. That's always what it should do. But sometimes it takes a little bit more time. And as we know, it even can fail. Well, right now it looks better, but just because of the CryptoQuant data, it changed. You remember I have said just a few days ago, it seems they changed something. So the weights ratio is becoming better and better and better, it seems. But, anyway, at the moment, it's still relatively high. And only because the price is going up, we need to understand, doesn't mean they are accumulating, buying, and preparing the next, whatever, all-time high or 50K or whatever. So we need to be a little bit more patient because it's just still too early to make any kind of bullish statement. But it was a little bit obvious. I have tweeted about that. It was really obvious. Even yesterday I have said, it looks like we are going to go up. They once again did a very stupid, well, for me stupid, I don't like that, these trivial formations like double bottom, but that's what they did. If we now go forward, if we now, for example, go to the 1 hour time frame, now we can see it looks a little bit different. You remember also here the 30 hours moving average lifted up when it reached, so indicating, hey, we are sending more bitcoins, more bitcoins, more bitcoins. The price starts to go down and the weights ratio as well. Now it went up once again. Then we did finally our second leg to complete the double bottom. And now we are pushing up. That's what it's doing. And I have called today 26.8, and then we need to see. We are right now hitting 26.8. We are very close to 26.8. So I would be extremely careful here, to be honest, because we need to see what's going to happen next. So also stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges lifted up a little bit. We were even a little bit lower, and now we lifted up, very volatile, so pushed up, then down, and so on and so forth, but doesn't look that bad, to be honest. And if we check, for example, also the net flow related bitcoins, we can see here that at least for today, it looks we received more bitcoins than we took out from the exchanges, but just indicating they are still distributing. That's the only thing. We need to see how the leverage ratio is looking like, if they are using more leverage, for example, to push up more the price. I mean, spot volume is almost doing only 20% of the whole market volume. The remaining 80% is in the hands of futures, and they are just supporting buying spot. But they can, without any problems, to use more leverage and artificially push up the price with futures. So yeah, let us go forward. Another indication that it was a very nice and planned push up after that is we can see that we had bigger outflows in stablecoins, also indicating in that case that someone was selling, and at the same time, since this morning we start to receive more stablecoins, indicating, okay, that's it. It seems the sell pressure started to decline, and those who loves to drive the market to the upside, they started to send stablecoins, and you can see we received here 160 millions, we received here 77 millions, we received here 130 millions, and that's how they are pushing up the price. At the moment, trading at 26.7. Just also here to mention what they are doing at the moment. So yeah, related to Bitcoins, we received here 1,700 Bitcoins, and then not that bad, absolutely not that bad, but it's also not that much, it's also, we are not talking about a huge amount of Bitcoins. And yeah, it seems we are once again refilling all this basket with Bitcoins waiting on centralized exchanges. If we check here, for example, bigger stablecoin outflows, then more inflows, outflows, and a bigger amount of outflows right now also indicating. And I would be careful, because I could mention, and I have said that yesterday, to go up 26.8, maybe 27 or something, and then flip and go down once again. So it's time to pay attention of what these guys are doing. So let us talk a little bit about futures. If we check what the funding rate did since yesterday, it went down, you remember, and now pushed up. Also here, since we started to receive more stablecoins, the funding rate started to lift up. The open interest did exactly the same. Of course, it declined. They liquidated a lot of longs. Then, that's what open interest did. But, and that's concerning me once again, the leverage ratio. Look how high the leverage ratio is. Also here indicating, in my opinion, they are using once again more leverage than open interest, so more volume, artificially just creating more volume related to futures, supporting with spot, and that's it. And you can just push up the price with less money and distribute even more on upper price. You can't do it just always without any kind of consequences. You need to be sure you don't have anyone there that wants a counterpart, just that can crash your party, because that could be extremely hard for you. Anyway, related to stablecoins and derivative exchanges, we're seeing bigger outflows, or at least more outflow than inflow. And based on Bitcoins, I would say almost neutral, not indicating anything. Now, if we check what's happening here, that's the aggregated. So I would say the funding rate is maintaining. It declined once again, it was pushing up, now it declined, so it's neutral. So we have almost, that's aggregated. It's not only Binance or whatever, it's absolutely aggregated. It's just indicating us that we have, I would say the same demand for longs than for shorts. If we check, for example, the open interest, compare that to the leverage ratio, look what they are doing. I mean, the leverage ratio pushed up very hard, while the open interest following, but not that big. Also here indicating what we are seeing at the moment is what I just expected. So what we are seeing at the moment is, in my opinion, more this situation where these guys are using more leverage, less futures volume, artificially just creating volume, of course, due the leverage opportunity, and that's it. If we check what happened yesterday, because we are talking about yesterday, of course, it's not a live data here. Yesterday they liquidated 3,333 Bitcoins and longs, and only 260 Bitcoins in shorts. So you remember, also here I mentioned, be careful, another leg to the downside should be possible. And they liquidated, they went more down, more down, more down. When they liquidated all high leverage longs, it was done. So in my opinion, much more, people are still saying, yeah, the foot of ECC and whatever, it's manipulating the market, like this CME's hedge fund crap thing. It's stupid. That's not true. That was absolutely planned trading. That was absolutely planned. They knew that. They use that just. Now people can say, hey, yeah, ECC did that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Like one follower just said, I think it was a follower, Okay, Binance yesterday had a bigger impact to the price. Today it's Coinbase. Nothing is happening. Instead, the price is pushing up. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Not everything what you are reading has to do with what the market is doing. That was planned. That was planned. Binance was front running it. So, but you know, some people need it seized any kind of excuses to say, oh, I'm sorry, but we lost your money. Okay, so let us go forward. If we, let us check here. Now we have still a lot of longs, so it's recovering, so shorts are coming in because of course we are right now coming closer and closer to my forecasted 26,800, and of course longs declined a little bit. Some of them are cashing out and shorts are coming in, but not that big. We are still having a ratio, long short ratio of 70 to 30. Once again, on Ethereum looks better, of course, and on Bitfinex, as usual, we lost the 2.5 billion, but we are also losing the 40 millions. We are now having here almost 39 million. So also here that declined. They knew, it seems, we are going to push up, and they closed their shorts. Now also coming a little bit, but nothing big. So Binance, can I? Oh yeah, I can. So yeah, I have mentioned also today 27.2 will be a perfect push up to liquidate this really big liquidation cluster with shorts at 27,270. We are not that far away to retrace a little bit and then push another time up to liquidate them. But it's big, so if they liquidate them, it should push the price a little bit more up. The question is someone going to protect that area? That's a big question. Or, well, they will push up, liquidate them, and that's it, you know? And we will maintain that price, and then we need to see if more longs are coming in or more shorts or whatever. So also here we are done. Let us go forward. So if we take a look here, for example, once again, Binance did it again. Binance just started to front run when we reached almost our local bottom. Afterwards, I mean, I don't know how it works, but this guy knows exactly how to do it, right? If you know some ECC is complaining against your company, about your person, I mean, we are talking even about CSAT, you know, and if we take a look here, how is that possible? So in my opinion, everything was very nice planned, and just to do what they are doing right now. Anyway, 26.8, and we almost did 26.8, and that's now the next step to see if they will break 26.8 or that's over and we will go down from here. That's the next step. We need just to check what they are doing from here. So yeah, we can see that BTC USDT pairs were distributing, and they started to flip close before we pushed up. So it's clear that it was also a very nice cooperation here, it seems. USD pairs started once again, just they distributed. That was Coinbase. I was checking it. It was Coinbase. They were distributing where the price was going up, and it seems they attracted retail above of 26,250. Futures started also when, for example, if we check when Binance BUSD started also to flip, like the Tether pairs here as well. BUSD, as mentioned, it's incredible. We can see Bitfinex is not doing anything, really just nothing. Bybit not doing anything. Coinbase still distributing. Bitstamp in favor of Binance. Kraken in favor of Binance. And Gemini not doing absolutely anything. But that's surprising me. It's the volume. If we check the CBD, usually you have here 20, 40, 60, 80. Now we have here 300, 200, 100. So means also on Gemini, we are seeing bigger volume right now. And that's something, I don't know if that's cool. Yeah, I didn't clear the issue with sentiment yet. Still waiting. So still having the same problems here with the lack of data. Something I really don't know why it's happening, but at the moment, to be honest, also not crucial because of the price action and what's happening with all indicators we have at the moment. The market maker sent here 1,470 bitcoins, also usually indicating they want to distribute on upper stages. If we check miners today had a bigger outflow of 5,000 bitcoins. We can see that their reserves are declining once again. But we also see yesterday, between June 4th and June 5th, the weights ratio of almost every single, with one exception, Coinbase. Oh, why? How is that possible? Started to decline. So the weights ratio declined only on Coinbase. It declined a little bit. Now it seems yesterday it started to lift up once again, but also indicating they are sending less bitcoins to centralized exchanges, at least from whales. If we check, for example, the Bitcoin fund holdings, they are declining more and more and more and more. So they are selling their Bitcoins because they have a shrinking demand by institutionals and other consumers, clients, whatever. Also, the trading volume ratio spot versus derivatives is flipping back, of course, in favor of futures. And well, that's almost it. That's market. You can see what the market is doing. It's the market. People are saying the market looks great. No, it doesn't. Since a while, it doesn't. Absolutely not. It's not. We have sequences like here, for example, since beginning of May, we had, it seems, a bottom in futures, and then we started to lift up. And that was the start almost from 27, where we started to decline once again. Maybe just a coincidence, I don't know. However, let us go forward. So you can see here what they are doing. At the moment, the volume delta on Coinbase is 20 bitcoins. Just an hour ago, it was minus 200 bitcoins. Then the hour before, minus 93 bitcoins. And then the hour before, minus 140 bitcoins, minus 190 bitcoins, minus 260 bitcoins, indicating Coinbase is in distribution mode. Absolutely, and that explains also why the CBD is declining. Look what they are doing, 20 bitcoins at once. And that's on Coinbase, BTC USD. That's really strange. You can see here, but at the same time they are, someone here solving the price at the moment still. And they are also here at 26, for example, protecting it. So, as mentioned, I would be careful. Bitstamp. What is Bitstamp doing? Bitstamp reinforcing 25 and some sell orders at 29.5. They sent more, but nothing big. So if we check here, for example, I have mentioned that Binance was they just removed the wall here, and once again it's I guess once again just a coincidence that Binance is doing it. No one was doing it, not Bitfinex, not Coinbase, just before they started to push up the price. That's crazy. We have the trend line, we see 26.8, that's what I said, because, I said 26.8, 27, something like there. We have the resistance here, so it would make sense, and that's where we are right now. Binance, if you check here, the delta of the current candle is 1,340 bitcoins. That's huge. Here, 300 bitcoins. Then negative 160 bitcoins. Then here, 330 bitcoins. So indicating they are, with the volume delta is here, just indicating that they have big problems right now to cross that area here. And because the sell pressure is rising at the moment. So they need much more liquidity to push up then. But yeah, they still, everything between 24 and 25 is well protected. We have here sell volume, as you can see as well. And they removed some sells at 29, for example, but everything is concentrating more at that level. Now BTC BUSD, you can see what they did, right? So also here, nothing to see, just waiting at 24. So bringing some liquidity at 24K. We see here 27,250 on Bitfinex. So maybe they are really going to hunt those, liquidation cluster there. It wouldn't surprise me. And 24,600 still waiting there. OKEX spot, nothing. Kraken 25, between 24 and 25, well protected. They shifted even here some sell volume to 27.5 right now. On BitMEX, nothing at the moment. Bitget derivatives, nothing. Bitget derivatives here as well, nothing. Oh, what happened here? Now BTC USDT. So with Binance have a bigger short order at 26,800. Also something we have noticed yesterday. So almost triggered it. Now waiting here, but also here 25.8 and 26 waiting. So it's possible to retrace a little bit and then to push a little bit more up. It could be possible. We need to see. It's just as mentioned, they all the longs orders here gone, and now they flip back to short orders. So here on Binance BUSD, nothing to see. They are waiting here to short at 27.2. Also Bitfinex. Bitfinex is very interesting what they are doing here. A lot of short orders waiting between 27.2 and 27.7. Also some here, but the biggest amount would be here. Also interesting. Kraken futures waiting at 27.4. OKEX futures, nothing. And Deribit. Let us check what Deribit is doing. And Deribit also not indicating anything here, just shifted even lower now to 24, removing, look what they are doing. Also very interesting. They are protecting prices even lower right now. So also very interesting. Yeah, and that's it here as well.